أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله.
Yes, my name is Maite Gutierrez. I'm 27 years old. I'm Mexican American. I was born and raised Catholic, and I converted into Islam about 4 years ago, and that changed my life completely.
My name is Sonia. I born and raised in Mexico. I got married and I came to live in US. You're talking about when I revert to Islam 22 years ago.
My name is Sarah Hussein. I'm 16 years old. I'm a junior in high school. I became a practitioner here because my dad is a religious leader here, and he's like the imam, which is like equivalent to like a rabbi or a priest.
Hijab is my identity. Hijab is for me how I want people to call me Muslims. And if I don't wear hijab, nobody's gonna know I'm not a Muslim. You don't have to wear it, it's an optional. For prayer, you have to wear it. If you wear it, you wear your hijab, people gonna know you're Muslim. So it's my identity, it's part of me.
There's many different styles of wearing the hijab, and there are just like there are some very strict Muslims and then lenient Muslims, but so for someone who is new, my experience has been, sometimes someone will make a comment or tell me I'm not wearing it correctly, or it shouldn't be like this, it should be like this. So with the hijab, that's something that I've definitely realized with our community, is that we have to be careful with how we communicate with each other and correct each other and also guide each other. Yeah.
To me, the hijab is a symbol of modesty, and it's basically like a part of me. Even like from like before, the Virgin Mary is always pictured with like a head covering as well, and it's like a symbol basically of like religiosity, because you see nuns wear it, some Orthodox Jews wear like a head covering as well. I also feel like it's with the head covering, I feel like people focus more on your intellectuality and your character more than your appearance, because I know in Western society women are objectified a lot.
With the hijab, it empowers it. You feel empowered. I think it's different for a woman wearing a hijab at a different country than here. So if you're born and raised in a country, or you go to this country and you feel like you have to force it, it's going to be a different, struggle for you to accept it or even want to wear it. But since I came here to learn about Islam, and I chose to have this religion, I felt empowered to wear it for myself. Some generations tend to struggle to even choose to wear the hijab. They might be, I don't want to wear it. Why do I have to wear it? But for me, I'm a convert. So for me, I choose to wear it. I feel empowered because I know that it's protecting me from lingering eyes, from seeing parts of my body that, we're not perfect. We sin all the time, and sometimes we look at something and we're like, we really look, and we just stay staring. And then sometimes that can bring a certain desire or a certain thought, or you want to do an action, and that's the temptation. The wearing the hijab, it protects me from that. And I felt that because I was wearing different clothes, and it affected my personality, my confidence. I mean, I had low confidence. Like I was so low, but my confidence was so low, and I tried to dress so beautiful to feel confident, but not realizing that I'm already loved by God, that I'm already beautiful the way God created me, and to know my rights, to be educated with the rights that I have as a woman, especially when you want to get married. In a marriage, you have your rights. So and when you know your rights, it gives you empowerment.
So when I wear the hijab, I feel proud. It's proud. When I go to the border, when I walk to the border, I go to Mexico and they see me, they asking me, you speak perfect Spanish. Well, because I'm Latina, I'm Mexican, so they get surprised. It's like, at the same time, my hijab, it's educate others about my religion, my culture, and who I am. Not everybody's gonna be happy, of course. There is a lot of people that wanna probably call you name, or they're not gonna like it. But you know what? I'm not here to make him happy. I'm not here to make him. You have to like me because I'm Mexican. I'm like you. I'm a Muslim now. But no, you don't have to like me. And I'm not come here to
You're defending your faith when you're wearing your
yes,
hijab.
I'm defending my faith. You don't have to like me, but you have to respect me.
I started wearing it when I was a freshman in high school, so it was like about 3 years ago. So like at that time in my life, I was like going through like a rough time, and I felt like I wasn't as religious as I wanted to be, and also like a lot of my friends also started wearing it as well. And I just felt like I just needed that connection with God. So it took a long time. I thought it through a lot. I measured out like the pros and cons like of wearing it. And then I don't know, it just like came naturally to me. Like one day I just like decided to wear it, and so just like I put it on and I was like, okay, like I wear it now. Yeah, well, so basically like we wear it every day. I wear it every day. I wear it around like my family. I like can take it off around women and like guys who are related to me. But yeah, I like wear it every day.
It took me about a year to get comfortable to start wearing the hijab. It wasn't until I started working here that I just started wearing it everywhere I go outside. So having it be a uniform in my workplace, it's part of the uniform to wear it because I work at an Islamic school. That really helped because it's part of my uniform. So, and because that's how it started, I felt more comfortable and I was like, okay, I don't want to take it off. So, but it's not what people may think. It's just you cover when you're outside of your home. But at home, you can dress whenever you want. When you're with your family and close relatives, you can. You don't have to wear the hijab. It's only when you're around strangers, or because the hijab is to avoid lingering eyes, to protect and so when I'm at work or anywhere, and you know what's interesting? I felt a difference before I was Muslim and once I was Muslim. The difference that I felt was I felt more respected. They would look at me in the eye, and the way I would communicate, my communication was more direct and professional. It was more direct and professional, and it helped me to also save money because I didn't have to go always, oh, what should I wear today? Not that
It took me 20 years to wear the hijab. Since I was not wearing the hijab, and you're talking about the last year. And I asked my Creator to, the same way He guided me to Islam, I asked Him the same way I want to love my hijab. I want to wear my hijab for myself, for Him. Number one, for Him, for myself, not for others. A lot of people, they, especially when you become a Muslim, they ask you to wear the hijab. Revert people is hard to understand the hijab, the concept of the hijab at the beginning, and a lot of misconception is about the hijab as well. When you born Muslim, it's easy because your family is wearing it, so you are small, you kind of grow and live with it. Not for revert Muslim, for revert people. Revert people, it's kind of hard to understand and to become with the hijab. So I asked my creator the way I'm gonna wear my hijab, to put the hijab in my heart. The same way I love my religion, the same way I wanna be proud of my hijab. So since we start, we actually practicing more, and then we start become a Muslim of a nonprofit. I start becoming wearing it more. And one day I was going out to my house and I wear my hijab, and then suddenly I found out I cannot live without it. I found like a day, like I have to have something in my head. I have to wear something. I cannot go out. I feel naked. I feel something is missing part of me. And one day my daughter asked me, Mama, I noticed you wearing your hijab more. It means you're gonna wear it always? And I told her, I think so. I love my hijab and I think I'm not gonna take it out. So it's been like a year that I wear my hijab. I don't have issue with no one, even when I cross to Mexico. When I come, people, they see me and they see me with respect.
God blessed us with the freedom to choose. We have free will. So when you grow up in a country where you have the choice to wear whatever you want, and some families practice their faith, some don't. And and we're talking about practicing Muslims who practice their faith, because we should never judge a faith by one person or a group of people. No, we should educate ourselves on the religion. So we know, because it's something that we're working to, it's a guide, it's a way of life. The more we learn about it, it tells us how to live life. That's why for me, the struggle of with the hijab was before I was involved in really unhealthy relationships, and I was emotionally just torn. I didn't have the love and the confidence and self-love. I was so low, and I found her. I worked at Grossmont College at the admissions records, and she came up to me, and at that time she was not wearing the hijab.
I was not wearing the hijab.
She was not wearing the hijab.
I have a big hat.
She would cover her head with a hat, and
yeah, that's how I started.
But I can tell you, when God put the words to come out of my mouth to ask her if she was Muslim, because during this time I was having an unhealthy relationship, and I was like researching about Islam, but something about her, just I felt like she was Muslim.
Yeah,
and then she's Mexican too.
Yeah.
So that's how we connected, and she really is a big part of my journey.
I personally haven't like gotten anything. Maybe like once or twice at school, like someone would say something to me, but like I wouldn't really like pay attention to it. I know people that I know, like some of my friends have been like verbally assaulted from like because they're visibly Muslim and they wear the hijab. But at the same time, I feel like there's a lot of support as well. I feel like when people like want to become more educated about it and they want to learn more about my religion and more about the hijab, I feel like that's like a form of support. And so like, you know, it's like kind of like hope, because like the root of all like fear and hate is like ignorance, and like people are just like trying to learn as well.
At first with my family, because my Mom didn't know anything about Islam, so she had her um, a different she had a different understanding of it. But the more she's come to know me with, my new faith and everything, it's helped me to be a better daughter. And I think my mom can see that. And because she sees that it has helped me change me for better, she respects, and she's curious, but she more than anything she supports me with my decision. Sometimes for reverts, we get judged within our own Muslim community because we are new to this faith and they have more time being with this. They were born with this, being raised Muslim, so it's in them already to wear it, the hijab, and to wear it a certain way. And for someone who is new, you just think of covering, and then maybe you're showing a little bit of skin, or maybe it's not an appropriate hijab.
You don't have to wear. When I was not wearing the hijab, I was trying to do a conservative clothes. Most of my clothes was conservative.
Yes.
Like the way it cannot be having hijab and having not conservative clothes. Having conservative clothes and not having the hijab, it look more respect even for a man, for a lady. So my daughter does not wear hijab. I wear hijab. It's a concept that you wanna prepare yourself to get ready to wear it. Yeah. Not somebody's gonna come and tell you for yourself because you're Muslim you have to wear it. It kind of forcing. It's not healthy. Yeah. She maybe wear it because of somebody told her, and maybe she's gonna feel shame. Yeah. Okay, I have to wear it, but in herself, it's like maybe she will remove it after a year or 2 years. So wearing the hijab, we have to be careful, and we have to make sure it's not gonna make me less Muslim, mm-hmm. or because I wear it, I'm gonna be better than her. It's equal. Our Creator knows best. Yes. Having the hijab is not you better or less. No. We having here equal, having or not having it. So it's part of right now your choice if you want to wear it. Some of Muslims, a lot of Muslims, they don't wear it. A lot of Muslims, they don't wear it. A lot of revert like us, they're working on that. They're working and wearing it. If they don't wear it, it's gonna take a year, 2 years, or maybe they don't want it because we don't want them to wear it and then after a few years they'll take it out.
So for me personally, it is a relationship between me and God, and I feel like it brought me closer to God. So everybody has their own ways of building that relationship with God, whether it's through prayer or wearing the headscarf. But for me, it made me feel closer to God when I decided to start wearing it. It was basically like me building my relationship with God.
Religion, culture, and where we live. It's like a package. I don't want to force my daughter to wear the hijab and she will feel something later on, like she's oppressed. Yes, my mom is forcing me something, so I don't want to do that. It's her choice if she wants to wear the hijab later on. Maybe she will like it, maybe no. But that's not mean she's a Muslim. She practices Islam. She tried to do her best to do, a good human being and follow the Quran and follow the footsteps of our Prophet Muhammad. When we live in a place, it's so much things going on. The girls, the last thing they wanna think is to wear hijab.
And one of the things that I also want to clarify is that sometimes people have mixed culture and religion. So Islam is very, once you actually, do the research yourself, you will understand it when you reflect and then you, with time, the more you get involved and the more you practice, the more you understand how culture can sometimes poison the image of religion.
It's a lot of things to understand the culture in Islam.
It's a complex topic
because most of the people, they don't know the religion. They judge the religion based on the culture. And yes, there is a lot of crazy people, but it has nothing to do with Islam. There is a lot of crazy men where they thought this is part of my culture and I have to be there. And they're Muslims. Unfortunately, they're Muslim, but it's a culture. If any Muslim woman is oppressed by the religion, she leave the religion. I will leave the religion if I'm oppressed by Islam. But it's the opposite. I have rights in this religion. I have my rights as a woman. And if I see the oppressing me, or I see my husband or this religion is tell my husband to oppress me or to hate me or to do something, I will leave it. Or I will never become a Muslim. Or actually I will get divorced right away because I have a right as a woman. But I see the religion has nothing to do with the men or with the culture. I'm a human like you. You're not gonna put me in a level because of my hijab.
We are peaceful activists.
Yeah.
We are peaceful activists. So it's also a uniform. When I wear it, I'm Muslim, and I'm practicing it.
It's my identity.
That's the
you.
struggle of identity.
That's how I'm
with the
gonna tell
hijab.
you I'm a Muslim with this.
So,
For me, the hijab, it means a lot of things for me. Now that I become a Muslim, I'm practicing Islam. I want to show the people that Islam is not oppressor, the way they say. The Islam came for everyone. So showing that a Mexican, revert, Muslim, an American, an immigrant, it's like a package for me. So I wanted to show my community, the other community, don't come and judge me because I'm wearing the hijab and saying all those things on the TV, on the news. No, I want to represent the Islam with my hijab in the good way. Of course, I'm gonna make mistakes. That's why I have to have the courage to say sorry if I did a mistake, or sorry if I say something. This is what makes me a better person. So when I wear the hijab, I feel proud.
محمد رسول الله